Okay, let's get this started. Alright. I may or may not have broken literally everything in trying to get this set up, but hold on, I need a certain accessory. Oh no, I lost it. Hold on. It's okay, we'll make do in the meantime. Okay, hell yeah. Wait, this is actually kind of cool. Wait, how do I make it work best? No. We're gonna... No. Fuck! I pinned it! Gigantic hat. Maybe tiny V works. Yeah. This is fine. I know what to do. Or maybe I don't. I've never been one to be intelligent with my decisions. Okay, I used to have like an American one, but I think I might have accidentally gotten rid of it. That's totally my fault. Hold on. Oh, this is annoying. Wait, technically that works. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. The hat is gigantic. I can't get rid of it, or I can't like unpin it. I forgot how to do that. Hold on. I'm trying really hard. Okay, there we go. Can I like my hat my what's it called? Yeah. Okay, there we go. No. My ears keep messing this up. Okay, this is not working. This stupid cat is working. How do I get rid of it? Get rid of it. I'm gonna put on the sunglasses instead. This might actually be even worse. Oh, never mind, it works. That's not pinned to the right thing. That is also not pinned to the right thing. What is it pinned to? Is it pinned to the back of my head? Oh my gosh, this model's broken. I hate it. Anyways, I did a lot of research in the hours before starting the stream. We have the last 5 Kentucky Derby winners of well, like, yeah, last 5 years, so from this year to 2021. Starting over here is Sovereignty. This is Mystic Dan. This is Mage. This is Rich Strike, and this is Mandaloon. I already sort of sketched out or had ideas for their designs beforehand. I lost my capital pen. For their designs beforehand, but I'm gonna go from left to right, and I'm just gonna yap about them while we do this, because there's a lot to be had. Also got a new brush, so I'm like debating if I want to try it today. Ooh, it's kind of nice. Maybe I'll go for it. I'll like lower the opacity of this layer. So, Sovereignty was the winner of this year's derby for 2025, and he's only about 3 years old, which is like sort of run-of-the-mill age for most competitors, or like horses just starting out their careers, right? His sire is Into Mischief, who is kind of legendary for the fact that he has sired like a lot of winning horses. Sovereignty specifically is actually like the third winning colt of Into Mischief's lineage that has won the Kentucky Derby, which that sort of feat has not happened since about 1957. That's a long time if you really think about it. So, congratulations to congratulations to Into Mischief. I don't know if he's alive still. Let me check. Yeah, he's still alive. Oh, he's old. Sorry, that's rude. I should have more respect. He's 20 years old. He's a little younger than me. So that's a fine horse right there. Definitely retired a long time ago. Most horses tend to retire around the age of 5 or 6. Some do race longer, but I don't think I've seen that very often as of late. But some of Sovereignty's most notable wins are the Street Sense Stakes in 2024 and the Fountain of Youth Stakes from this year, 2025. Sovereignty specifically also won 2 of the 3 legs of the American Triple Crown, which is how do you say it? Preakness, and then, well, no, it's Kentucky Derby first, Preakness, and then Belmont Stakes. Sovereignty did not race in Preakness because his trainer wanted to focus more on the Belmont Stakes. Honestly, I fully think that if Sovereignty actually raced during Preakness, he would have just won the Triple Crown, like, straight up. Because he won the Derby, and then, like, right after won the Belmont Stakes. And those sort of major wins are pretty much as of this month. So, like, the start of this month, June 7th, that was when the records were last done. I couldn't get a lot of information about, like, the sort of personality of Sovereignty. I've learned that, like, they don't really talk about that very much. And I know with Umamusume, they tend to take from the jockeys, but even then, I wasn't finding too much on the jockeys. Hi, Ocean. Jorce. Here, let me hydrate. Where's my bottle? I just rearranged everything in my room, so it's, like, all over the place. Because I just have, like, a gigantic grocery haul, and I'm gonna have another one soon. I have, like, a bunch of ice cream in my little mini fridge freezer that I yoinked from work. But yeah. When I was doing a lot of my research, I found myself, like, almost falling for Sovereignty as a horse. Not in like the way that, you know, some people might expect, but I was sort of getting invested in his sort of career. Hi Tolbar. Like, especially because when it comes to the American racing scene, there's a lot of emphasis on, like, the lineage of the horse, or the pedigree as they call it. So, like, you know, who their parents are, who even their, like, grandparents are. Fun thing about the 2025 Kentucky Derby was that every single horse that was participating was a descendant of Secretariat. Which, like, in layman's terms, if you're not familiar with that, which I'm gonna assume most of you guys aren't, basically is like the LeBron James of horse racing. That's the easiest way I can put it. So it's like, I jokingly said, like, in a private server, like, this is the Genghis Khan, because apparently, like, Secretariat has a lot of descendants out there now. But, yes, absolutely, the GOAT. As a kid, I watched the Secretariat movie, and it was enlightening, to say the least. Dude, hold on. I'm trying to pull up my references that I had for the design. But yeah, that was a little interesting thing I learned. I didn't get the time to watch the Derby this year because I was just too busy. But I heard that it ended up great, and I was watching clips of it all this morning while I was doing my research. I literally have one bookmarked because I was like, ooh, this is interesting. But yeah, fun fact about me, I'll dox myself a little bit. I actually live, like, in the city where the Derby happens, and, like, basically up till last year, I lived, like, a couple minutes away from Churchill Downs. And one of my goals as an adult is to actually make it to the Derby myself one day. Major flaw about that. Oh, fuck, I forgot to turn off the APR timer. I knew I was missing something. Hold on. This is not with APR. This whole stream has been scuffed. I only got 3.5 hours of sleep, so forgive me. Hold on. Timer. Turn this off. Okay. We're good. The timer lied to us. I apologize, chat. Anyways, more facts about sovereignty. Because out of the 5 that I did research on, I think this one's like my number 2. Happy almost ending Pride Month. Oh yeah. We have the final stream of APR in like 5-ish hours. I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna stream this, and if I'm not done by 3, I've failed. And I'm just gonna end stream anyways, even if I don't finish all these sources. The sovereignty, like, very, very interesting horse. I'm gonna use she to refer to all of them now, just because we're drawing Umamusume. She, like, at first was a very, quick sprinter, but now has become sort of versatile. I want to know where Hoop Senior is. Hold on. There's, like, I need to know, I need to look this up. Hoop Junior horse. The 1945 Derby. Who's sired? Sir Galahad? Oh my god! That's Hoop Senior, Sir Galahad. That's a cool ass name. I love horses. But anyways, Sovereignty's career has been, like, really strong running. Obviously with, like, almost winning the Triple Crown, if not for the fact that, like, they chose for her to skip a race. Like, willingly. And then just, like, went up and got the second jewel of it. If that's not fucking crazy, I don't know what is. Like you have to be absolutely legendary to win that. And I'm pretty sure the Triple Crown hasn't been won in a very long time. Maybe since like 20 something. I don't remember. I didn't actually note that down, or I might have on another person's entry because I was doing research on 5 different horses. But like, not Secretariat, fucking Sovereignty was like moments away from greatness. And it was choosing to not proceed and do the next race that like really ruined things. Not ruined things, but basically was like a short shot. But yeah, I'm interpreting this horse as like a rather serious character, very promising, with such a strong lineage. Not since American Pharaoh, correct. And American Pharaoh was quite a bit. Missed opportunity. I will mourn that forever, but I'm hoping that that changes come like, I don't know, next couple years. It better be like when I'm out there at Churchill Downs wearing a big stupid hat. That's a gigantic ass bow. I should probably sketch the body out properly. Let me just place the clothes from there. But yeah. That's pretty much all the facts I had. Unfortunately, like, trying to get a lot of information, it mostly just runs you into the statistics. Which I don't mind. I'm actually like a really big fan of statistics, but it's not necessarily interesting when you're trying to run an entertaining stream and turn these horses into characters. So that's pretty much all I have. By the way, just because I feel like I have to clarify, if you ever go out and you get involved in like derby activities, especially around like May-ish, be careful when gambling. Either fantasy gamble or like make sure you spend funds that you actually have. I know like friends of like my father's before have lost a ton of money doing horse bets. So that's my little word of advice to you, cutie pies. Alright, thank you, Ocean. Good luck at work. American Pharaoh is a name. There's a lot of really cool names for horses, and I love it. When I was a kid, because of where I grew up, we would always have like a couple of weeks of activities based around the derby. And one of the years, I think it was like when I was in 3rd grade, 8 years old, our activity was to design, or not design, but like make up a horse and then design our jockey silks. And so that was when my dearest mare, Lily Rain, was born. I have the utmost faith in her. If there were ever to come a day where I get the honor of naming a horse, you guys know what I'm picking. Yes, all of you guys here are cutie pies. That's the honor you get when you join my stream. Dude, she looks like AI Nano. In like the most loving way, because I love Nano. Anyways, how are you guys doing in chat today? I've had a rather eventful past like 48 hours. And I will continue to have an eventful next, like, 48 hours. Where is the reference for the uniform? Oh! Thank you for the subscription! I hope you enjoyed the can of tuna. Okay, fun fact about myself, I'm like 50-50 on tuna. I always have to drown it in like a ton of QB mayo. And like sriracha. I found out the other day that the like what's it called? Like the chicken brand, the Hui Hong, that stuff is back in stock and it's not $70 for a bottle anymore. I remember that was the thing, so I've had to buy off-brand sriracha for like the past 2 years. Because I didn't know when there would no longer be a pepper shortage. I saw those like, I think around like 2023, I saw those bottles in like my local Asian supermarket going for like almost $60. Welcome back. Yeah, there's a lot of ads. I turned the rate to like the regular one, but there's still like tons of ads, and I'm sorry about that. Enough ads, and maybe someday I'll have like enough money to get money from Twitch. This uniform is literally so cute. So I would color them, but I don't think we have the time for that today if we're gonna design 4 horses. I'm dying. I've been having a lot of back pain recently, and I think part of it is, oh, hey, my tablet lagged. Part of it's, all the walking I did yesterday. And standing around. Oh, let me turn this down. There we go. I need my draft layers to be invisible, practically. Exactly. Me personally, I'm okay with ads. Like I'm kind of okay with them. Hold on. I had to look up a random Umamusume just so I can have like a better view of the uniform. Because I have a reference up right now, but it's kind of weird. It's like it's a fan-made one, so I don't trust it. My instinct was to just look up gold chip. Maybe I should also look up special week. Oh yeah, this benefits me a lot, actually. Okay, we're good. Okay, there we go. Okay, I understand now. It's like tucked in. The uniforms are so cutesy. Makes me mad. cuteness aggression supreme. Ugh, pleated skirts, the bane of my existence. Usually the skirt's a little longer. The proportions in this game don't really match my style, and so I have to, like, adjust it accordingly. Oops! Because I'm the kind of nerd that looks at things like how long the skirt is and where it reaches to as if I'm the one evaluating the dress code. I would never dress code anybody, though. It's okay. I'm not that much of a stickler. I just like accurate costuming, you know? The pleats are not that tiny. I can get relaxed with it. I can get swiggy with it. Yeah, okay. Your stream announcement tweet just appeared and I was jump scared by a horse in the timeline. Good. It worked. As intended. That was literally the point. The horse pictured is Secretariat, by the way. I just wanted to make that known. Good. Okay, so there are just ruffles underneath this skirt. Man! I hate drawing ruffles. Whatever. I don't think I want to give her any socks. I know it's like part of the uniform, but we break tradition. Yeah. That's okay. Or no, I should give her like shorter socks. Yeah. I got these like silly little Mary Janes. They're so cute. They're like a mix of Mary Janes and loafers. And I'm a sucker for loafers. Okay. I don't even care about drawing shoes. I literally hate drawing shoes. If I could, I'd just make every single horse. Not every single horse. Every single like character I make barefoot. Because I hate drawing shoes. But also, like, some shoes are really cute. So, maybe I just have to make a compromise. Maybe I just have to lock in and get better at drawing shoes. Who knows? If I could, I really would just, like, pass on the work to like a clone of myself that can draw the shoes proper. Like, my fear with designing these characters is like somebody being like, oh, this looks like this pre-existing character, because there's so many fucking horses in Umamusume. It took me like 20 minutes to do my sort because of that, though. It was kind of embarrassing. Cromer's playing Devil May Cry. That's crazy. Okay. Posture check. Doing it without a redemption because I felt my spine coiling into itself. Okay, there's one. I love you so much, Sovereignty. Let me fix a couple things. Maybe I also have to add these gals to my toy house. Nobody does it like I do. Okay. Are there like any details on the uniform that I'm missing besides like things that I have to color in? Like a purple bow baby, but I don't think she needs that. That's my goat right there. Anyways, on to the next one! Let me erase this first. Also, here's an image of the actual horse. I have these up both for reference, but also whenever I color, I can just like color pick from them for like hair or eyes. That's the trainer. Anyways, we're on to Mystic Dan now, my dearest. This is the cutie pie up here. Mystic Dan was the winner of 2024 Derby, so that was last year. About 4 years old by now. Sired by Golden Sense, who is one of the sons of Into Mischief. So that makes Into Mischief her grandsire. Yes. Like I said, Into Mischief is making winners, baby. A lot of the things that I learned while doing my research was that this is like the cutest horse I have ever seen in my life. Like, look at that adorable little face. Just absolute darling. But despite that, Mystic Dan has been described as a sort of killer racer. Very, like, lightning fast, very adaptable to most terrains. Technically, well, not technically. Fun fact, Mystic Dan was actually the first Derby winner to win a second race at Churchill Downs in almost 40 years. But that was also after losing every single race that he had been in since the Derby. So it's kind of like this place is your lucky calling. Also, Mystic Dan's trainer, Kenny McPeak, got a tattoo to honor the fact that Mystic Dan won the Derby, as well as like another horse that he trained. I think it's really cute whenever like trainers or jockeys are just massive fans of the horses that they work with. They sort of form like a familial bond. And that's pretty much irreplaceable. Did I give her? Okay, I gave her islands. But yeah, I designed a cutie patootie for Mystic Dan. Cause what is every good cast without an absolutely cutie patootie? Like, even think about like Linda's company. There's quite a few cutie patooties. There's like Ishmael, Sinclair's a cutie patootie, Hong Lu is sometimes, but like, according to what I've heard about Kanto 8, looks can be deceiving. Still haven't caught up yet. I, you'll know when I will start because I will be streaming it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. Lots of fun things about Mystic Dan. Mystic Dan's also one that has a lot of wins, notably the Southwest Stakes in 2024 and the Blaine Stakes this year. Obviously, with the Triple Crown wins, there's the Kentucky Derby from last year. Didn't necessarily go as far as Sovereignty did, but, you know, it's not often that you see horses that make history like that, or almost make history. But that's okay. This little cutie patootie does her best. So very much sleeper agent. Like the kind of person that you're like, oh yeah, this is the one that, like, you know, loses all the time. But then it's like, nope. Part of a legendary lineage. Whew! Okay. There's... trying to figure out how I want to do this. Yeah. Originally whenever I was, like, doing my research and kind of coming up with the design of these, I was like, oh, what if I just made them, like, super painfully American? And I'm like, I can do that for maybe one or two of them. That's generally, like, the last two. Sort of going with, like, kind of Southern Belle vibes. The nature of Kentucky itself is that, although I guess you could call them stereotypes. Stereotypes might tell you that it's all just like country and I guess fried chicken. There's a lot more than meets the eye. Lots of diversity. There's a very surprising amount of like different racial groups that come here. And although if you were to travel outside of the more developed areas, it would probably just be a lot of like country folk. They still have their own sort of flavors and quirks. I always talk about my time in college, where I went to a college in like the eastern part of the state. And the funny part about it was that everybody's accents were so thick, but also so varied. It was like 10 different kind of variations of a southern accent, but the notable one of that area was like they would just like cut off random parts of the word and really emphasize vowels. So like Sprite would become Sprite, the ah, and like fries is like fries. They really emphasize the A's most off. But like besides that, you'll get some accents that are either like fairly neutral, similar to mine, or you'll get some that are almost like from up north. And it generally, it actually more so depends on someone's family than where they're from. And my family was sort of all over the place, so I kind of end up rounding out, but when I get angry enough, I tend to have a southern accent that peeks out. It's kind of embarrassing. Hold on. There we go. Ah! Oh, my back hurts so bad. I'll live. Where's Special Week? I want to look at her again. Oh, she's so cute. I love horse girls. Okay. Hmm. Thinking really hard about this cutie patootie. Mystic Dan's sweet. Loki, I was saying that when I was watching the racing clips. Very interesting racer. I think. I don't necessarily like watching everything except for like the race itself. Sometimes I'm fine with listening to like the trainers and the jockeys talk about the horses, but in general I want to see them on the track going at it. Obviously, like, everybody does because it's really exciting, but in general, I feel like they don't necessarily format, like, the biographical parts in a way that makes me want to see it. You know what I'm saying? They need, like, dramatic... they need dramatic editing. And, like, really, really extravagant cutaways. Like, they're like, this horse got disqualified from the race because of a scratch, and then it's like a jailing graphic or like a really big bold like bottom third, and it's like disqualified. I think I'd be more inclined to watch. We need to bring dramatic editing to more genres. This playlist is kind of sweet. This is one of the rare days that I actually listen to it, because I forgot to load my own music on Opera. But I also didn't feel like dealing with the audio overlap today. How do I draw arms? The answer is I don't, but I'll be bothered by this for a while. I'll figure it out. Eventually. I never put effort into drawing fans whenever I do character designs because that's not what you're looking at! So I don't have to do it. And if you're looking at that hard, you're a weirdo. And I'm scared of you. I say that as somebody who does that myself, by the way. So teensy. So teensy. Teensy teens. I want you guys to know whenever I stream, I always, like, look up in YouTube, copyright-free chill music for YouTube streams. Or not YouTube, for Twitch streams. And then I listen to, like, the first minute, and if it sounds good, I just go with it. So unfortunately, I can't tell you what the name of any of the songs are, because frankly, I just don't know. There we go. I'll give her the little socks. Lots to think about today. Side games, if you're hiring, I need a job. Well, like, I have a job, but I need a job. I'm interested. Side games, Hoyoverse, and Project Moon. I'm interested. Especially Hoyoverse. I don't know if I really want to work at Project Moon with all the harsh workloads. No disrespect. Part of me is trying to find things to yap about because I feel like viewer retention goes down by like 300% if I were to stop yapping. But also, to focus fully and not fuck up, I do need to like shut up at least a little bit. Oh, she has no highlights in her eyes. That's what felt wrong. There we go. Look at this little thing. I think I need to make her body a little bigger. Just so she's like short and not child sized. It's okay to edit things in post. You'll never know. Okay, there we go. Okay, now to draw the shoes. Oh, they look like little horseshoes. The little clips on the Mary Janes. I think it's cute. Okay. Alright, there's Mystic Dan. Alright. 2023's winner. A grave disappointment. Sorry, that's mean. There is potential to be had, pretty much. This is Mage, about 5 years old, born in 2020. Honestly, like, not too remarkable in terms of wins. The only major win of note actually is the Derby. But I say potential. Basically, this is like potential man as a horse because Mage was one of the few like horses to win Derby without having raced as a 2-year-old. Also, the Derby was like her 4th race ever. So, like, imagine being so brand new to the scene, and it's basically, like, one of your first years racing as a like, young horse, a colt, pretty much. And you win. You win, like, not only the Triple Crown, like, one of the jewels of the Triple Crown, but, like, this is after quite a few really close losses. It's kind of legendary. So I had the idea of a sort of determined character that, you know, doesn't always, you know, make it to first place, but is like a lucky rookie. Not a lucky rookie, but like a hardworking rookie. Guts, like, has a lot of room to grow, but, you know, is relatively well-rounded for someone who's new to the sport. I did a jellyfish cut this time around because I'm obsessed with the jellyfish cut. You have to, like, rip it out of me, pretty much. Lots of thick side fringe. Ugh. Ugh, my back is starting to hurt really bad, but that's okay. This pen shape is interesting, now that I'm looking at it. It's called, like, the Millie pen, and I only got it because I was really interested in the character that was being drawn with it. It's probably not the wisest choice to make, but I don't know, I kind of enjoy it. It reminds me of the usual textured pen I use, but a little softer. So perhaps in that vein, like, slightly more malleable. Who knows? I'm just telling myself at this point. It's kind of fun. It's like a judgment-free zone. Ah! The eraser's too big. There we go. How do I approach this? You're facing outwards. I'm not able to do this simple shape right. Let me flip the canvas. Yeah! Perfect! Artists, remember to flip your canvas every so often. giving her thicker brows. Yahoo! Maybe if I sketch it out. Oops! I moved a layer. Okay, I see the vision now. There we go! Yay! Okay. Doing light sketching so that I can figure out what I'm doing later. Flip. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing now. Oh. Oh, hey, I got a solitaire advertisement on my computer. I don't care about solitaire right now. There we go. I need to just draw the tubes. Okay. I understand now. I know what I'm doing. I'm very, touch and go kind of artist. This is reminding me that I probably should get back onto like my anatomy studies. If not to just like brush up on my skills, then at least to like be able to do more complex poses. Without struggle, at least. Okay, we're only like 1 hour in, and I've already drawn 3 out of 5. Kind of speed. How long have I spent on this canvas, actually? 2 hours? Wow. I guess that's what planning does to you. I didn't spend too long thinking about my plans. Oh, this pose is not posing how I want it to. This is what happens when we cut corners. I kinda want an ice cream sandwich again. Yeah, I'll figure out the arms, or the arm in a second. I did most of these rough drafts in like under 20 minutes. I think I'm getting better with like not giving as much of a shit for being a perfectionist. I draw. I don't even know who was playing the game on Steam. I just got a notification for that, but I didn't check it. Oops! Okay. Sure, arm seems to be the move. This is a funky little pose, and I know I can do it in real life, but I didn't have the time to like take a picture. So this is as good as I'm gonna get for it. There we go. Okay, now for the uniform. That's the liquefy tool. Okay. Shoot, I might need to make her bigger as a whole, now that I think about it. Hold on. I'll do it after I finish sketching. I'll give her a bow too. Oh wait, no, because the other two have head accessories, so I can leave it as a fine 3-2. Yippee! I just realized Mr. Dan did not get ruffles underneath her skirt. I have to go back and fix that. Okay, silly little child. I don't even think she's a child, really. I don't know how, like, horses age in like, comparison to people. Like, you know how we have the dog year or, like, cat year system, where it's, like, 7 years or 9 years or whatever? What would that be for a horse? I also think I remember hearing that, like, that sort of system was bullshit. Okay, there we go. Thinking about it. No socks for you. Or low socks for you. Maybe full tights. I'll do full tights. I'm a generous designer. It doesn't matter if it's messy as long as the idea gets across. Woohoo! Yeah, she definitely needs to size up. Okay, Mage. Welcome to the game. Okay, we're at like a good 3 out of 5. Gonna make these images. Okay. Okay, where is she? Okay, next up is 2022 Rich Strike. This one I feel the most sorrow for. To summarize, this horse. Lots of health issues with this one. Sorry. I got distracted. So pretty much it was a last second addition to the Derby, actually. The actual racer that was supposed to enter was Imperial Road. He got scratched the day before, so Rich Strike, ended up getting into the race. So the way that the owner found out was that it was like literally 30 seconds before the deadline to enter, right? Or to like have the like competitor list set. As a 3-year-old, Richie had a sort of rough season. ran pretty much like, basically they said like, didn't run terrible, but just wasn't herself. And eventually they started realizing there was a lot of issues with Richie getting really fatigued during races, or just outright like not really wanting to go, and sort of enjoying being a horse, just being a little horsey. So eventually, like, during the Clark Stakes, Richie had been finished in the back of everybody else. Afterwards, after the race, they discovered that he was ill and suffering from what the owner had basically said was a guttural pouch infection. And so for the rest of that season, Richie was basically sent to rest. However, by the end of that year, Richie was like sadly forced to retire. But at least, you know, he gets to enjoy being a regular horse. The only notable win with this one is the Derby itself. So a lot was happening. I designed a rather sickly character. Sickly sweet. Very cute, very meager, because, like, look at this horse. Absolutely gorgeous. That's a beautiful mane, but kind of sad. Kind of sick. There were other, like, instances of health issues coming up for Richie that I didn't necessarily name, but that was because the Wikipedia page and all the sources that I have gone to from after were so incredibly wordy and had a lot of vocabulary that I just did not understand. So I opted not to try to figure it out and just kind of summarize things from what I could gather. I didn't really want to try and talk about things that I had no right to, because I'm just a viewer. I'm just a person who likes horses. So to say. But yeah. One of my favorite things whenever I'm designing, like, sort of sickly or weak characters that are meant to be seen, like, almost prey animals, I give them downturned eyes, or tadane. And it kind of like conveys that sort of sorrowful, meek nature of them. Sometimes I also tend to, like, instead of doing these highlights, I put them in the bottom, which I feel like I should do with this one. Weak gaze, you know, too ill to do anything. Poor little baby. There it is. Okay. Giving this one freckles. Why? Because I thought it was cute. Sort of wavy-ish hair. What Kevin MacLeod type shit is this music? I mean, I'm not entirely mad, I'm just making fun of it because it's funny. I tilt my head a lot when I draw. This is the real Southern Belle type. There we go. Jolly and whimsical tunes for drawing Uma. You're right. Gotta have jolly and whimsical tunes for such jolly and whimsical girls. Gotta give her like a little lace bonnet type, because I think it's cute. I know I draw really fast. There's no time to hesitate. I don't know how to draw lace. I don't know how to draw lace. They're just gonna like... Yeah. I'm gonna fake it till we make it. I'll make it clear whenever I'm coloring. Oh, okay. My back. I just got the craziest notification. Thank you, Facebook Marketplace, for showing me a stripper pole for $75. It'd be a steal if I was in the market for it, but I'm not. There we go. There we go. Yippee! Lots of eyelashes. They're gonna be very pretty. These gigantic ears too, but I think all of them do. Perfect. I love scribbling. I think she needs a longer skirt. Not that long. Yeah, but like knee length. Oh, fuck. Oh, maybe I'll give her the winter outfit. It's very cute. What time is it? 1:38? Okay, cool. We're still good on time. I haven't eaten today, I just realized that. Oopsies. I'll give her little boots too. I love the idea of like customizing uniforms. It's like my favorite thing to do. If you give me a uniform, I know how to customize it. Actually, I saw this creator on TikTok that was like, you should make an OC for my school, and I was gonna do it and then I forgot and I lost the account. It was like a prestigious academy and I was like, oh wow, it's actually like super interesting. Anyways, here's Richie. My beloved little American. Well, they're all my beloved little Americans, but just pointing this one out specifically. I'm gonna make her a little bigger. And then make her head smaller. There we go. Hold on. Maybe needs more detail in here. Okay. That's enough. One more! Okay. I'll use mandolin. Or at least that's how I think you pronounce it. There's a lot to this one, so I'm gonna yap before I start drawing. But this is another stallion that was sired by Into Mischief, so pretty much like Sovereignty's brother. The theme with this horse is unfortunate wins. So starting with like how he won the Derby. So the reason that Mandaloon only won the Derby back in 2021 was because the original horse, the original winner, Medina Spirit, got disqualified. Fortunately though, like there was a deserved win with the Pegasus Stakes right after, and then the Haskell Stakes, also a win, but that was again by disqualification. With the... Okay, so like basically, Mandolin was a long shot. Like a lot of people didn't have like faith in him to win. He came in second, but an investigation was conducted against or on Medina Spirit and their trainer for doping. Yep. They suspected that that horse was being doped up, and lo and behold, that was what's happening. So it disqualified the horse and the trainer from being number one, which meant that automatically Mandaloon won. The other two legs of the Triple Crown were skipped. Honestly, don't blame them, because that's just not a really good thing to run on. But in the Pegasus Stakes, That was a deserved win. However, the Grade 1 Haskell Stakes crossed the finish line second to Hot Rod Charlie. Hot Rod Charlie, not necessarily a rival, but was a repeat opponent. I think the rival was actually Midnight Bourbon. But Hot Rod Charlie got disqualified for impeding the path of Midnight Bourbon, the rival, making Mandolin the winner automatically. Afterwards, for about 6 weeks, Mandolin did not race because of a foot sore, so he missed the remainder of the 2021 racing season. And by 2022, around September, fall-ish, Mandolin was retired. Yeah, so all around, not a lot of fair-ish wins. They were sort of wins by default. Major wins, unlike the last couple with only the Derby under their belt, Mandolin has quite a few. There's the Risen Star Stakes in 2021, the Pegasus Stakes and the Haskell Stakes in 2021, and the Louisiana Stakes in 2022 before retiring. And then obviously under the Triple Crown series, the Kentucky Derby in 2021. I kind of feel bad. I don't know. Yes, a win is a win, but in my opinion, I feel like if I were to win just by default or by, number one cheating, it's was it worth it? Yes, I played fair and square, but if not for the fact that, the other person was cheating or they did something wrong and they got disqualified, I wouldn't be anywhere. I'd just be in second place. So, it's a sort of case of luck being on your side yet also not being on your side. But I made a gal that was a little downturned. I think I kind of went with more of a classic beauty. When I was doing research, again, I couldn't really find much on the personality of the horse, but what I did find was a lot about the statistics and also the rivalry between Mandolin and Midnight Bourbon, which was long running before retirement. I don't know if Midnight Bourbon is still active. Let's check that actually, because I'm curious. That's also a really cool name, Midnight Bourbon. Midnight Bourbon's dead. He died in 2022 at Churchill Downs, sudden. Oh my god, due to an acute gastrointestinal situation. Interesting. Yeah, horses are fickle creatures. Just a fact. Anyways, I got an adorable little Uma here. But yeah, maybe in the future I'll do more Kentucky Derby winners just for the hell of it. I decided to go with the most recent ones instead of ones the most iconic, because I felt in a way either A, somebody's already done that before, or B, I at least get to teach you about recent horse racing history, which is always a delight to do. I'm always very happy to talk about these things. So it kind of bothers me that my pen and the pen on the screen is not aligned, but I spent 5 minutes trying to fix it and it just didn't work. I sucked it up and accepted my L. I haven't necessarily figured out how I want to color them. Part of me wants to follow closely to the like their coat, but at the same time it would result in like very samey color palettes. I think for Richie, I want to differentiate it at least slightly and use the red from the face mask. Because I think it's cute. It's a nice color. Hold on, I'm gonna put on my own music in another browser. Okay, there we go. Okay, I understand. I think I know what I'm doing here. I might actually be lying. Oh, it has a slight autocorrection. It's gotta look like a very reverse 1999 hairstyle. I always get the urge to draw them with human ears. Like, I have to remember that they're horse girls, and they're not the kind that has, like, 4 ears for some reason. At least I think so. I'm pretty sure they're not. Wait. Hold on. There we go. I thought someone was improving this. The eraser. I think I can just get rid of this layer outright. Isn't it crazy? It took me like 4 whole characters before I had one with big boobs. I'm back to my roots finally. Okay. I also struggle with shoulders. Okay. This is a beauty mark. Right there. Speedrunner. That's me. Okay, we're approaching 2 hours. Oh shoot! A song I haven't heard in like 10 years just like came on my actual playlist. But did I say like 10 years? I meant like 1 or 2. Oh wow, that worked. Okay, let me move the horse pictures. Hey. Stretch. I'm actually really satisfied with these. They're kind of cute. I mean, these a little bit. Okay. Because I don't want like a 20 megabyte canvas. That'd be incredibly embarrassing. Okay. Any size. There we go. Okay. Okay, my first matter of business is coloring these damn uniforms. Oh, that's not the right. No stabilization. There we go. I can actually turn my pen around to use it like as an eraser, but I just I don't like doing that. I'll keep quiet and let you guys enjoy the music until it's over and then I have to pick something else. Just watch me color. Lily is screaming right now. What is a girl? I see. The one keeps bothering me. What do you want? Meow. 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 Uh-huh. Literally made me turn off my noise suppression so they could hear you screaming. So excessive. She's fine, by the way. She just yells sometimes. Anyways. Willow! Meow! Are you okay? What is wrong with you right now? Something happened? Are you just upset because you're home alone? Yes, ma'am. Willow, what is wrong with you? She just wants attention. I'll give it to her in a second. I think she's also trying to alert me that I've been streaming for like 3 hours. And I know, but I'm almost done. There we go. Okay. Nope, there we go, there's 4. We're almost done, we're almost free! Woo! Woohoo! There we go. I forgot how to spell mandolin.
This 4th of July, Bob's Discount Furniture is bringing back 4 for the 4th.
Oh my god, an advertisement.
Trendsetters for $7.99 and under. Like my...
Oh my gosh. That means that the video's over. That's beautiful. Okay. I feel satisfied with this. Oh, did I not turn on my what's it called? My sound suppression again? You might have been hearing Willow scream the whole time. Shoot, how do I turn it back on? Uh-oh. There we go. Yippee! Okay, we did it. Honestly, I don't... Between all of these, I don't know which one's my favorite. I really like them all. For different reasons. But... Yippee! Okay. I'm gonna go now because I have another stream in like 2 hours. Alright, bye-bye, love you!